Yo, what's up, YouTube? Um, right now it's raining and shit. Kind of just woke up. Um, just wanted to make a quick video on me growing up in school. All right, let me see. All right, so boom. I'm gonna start from when I was like a young boy, young kid and shit, being a badass, growing up in school. All right, so me. Okay, I went to PS 197. That's in Far Rockaway, Queens. Uh, like I told you guys, I used to be in special ed, basically like my whole life, and my parents they put me in special ed at a very very young age. But yeah, I mean, fuck it though. I like special ed. I might as well get a special ed tattoo. But anyways, but yeah, me. So yeah, I went to PS 197. I think my teacher was Miss Angle or something like that. I can't remember none of my teachers. This has been a minute. But yeah, like I said, I was in special ed, so it was uh it was these two niggas. They was what Al Shamik and Isaiah. They was from Gateway. I think that's like the Crip side over there on Connecticut Avenue, like by the precinct over there, the 101 precinct. I was in class with them. I remember some nigga named Jarrell. He was from Redfern. Uh, it was a couple of people, cause in special ed you only have like 12 people in your class and shit. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I would never do my homework. I would always just make excuses to go to the bathroom and just walk. Basically, yeah, I'll make an excuse and tell the teacher I gotta go to the bathroom. Get a pass. During the teachings and stuff. During class, I would walk around and shit, or like probably go to the cafeteria and like the snacks. They got like the Snapple machines and the chips. I would go in there sometimes by myself or with another classmate and like buy some snacks and shit, or steal some snacks. It depends on like the time and day I was doing it. But yo, PS 197 was a badass school, man. I remember there was a lot of times where me and my class and other classes would go to the auditorium to watch a play or something, or like a movie or something. And what I would do is I would the auditorium would be so packed, with other classes and shit and kids from different classes, and I would turn off the lights, and then the first person I would see, I would just snuff on, boom. You know what I'm saying? And everybody start going crazy, yelling and shit when I cut off the lights and shit, and I would like crawl under the seats and shit, and or sometimes go on the stage in the auditorium and like hide behind the curtains and shit. But eventually I got caught and then I got in trouble. Then I got sent to the principal's office for detention, you know? Yeah, man. I was a badass kid growing up. Um, it was one time where um Al Shamik and Isaiah, they was trying to jump me and shit. And guess who came to my rescue? My mother. Shit crazy, yeah. My mom came to my rescue and shit. When they were trying to like jump me and shit, my mom wasn't having that. So I thank my mom for that. Yeah, man. And it was another time where I had to fight some Spanish nigga. I don't know why I don't know why me and him had beef, but I remember during recess I had to fight this nigga. I was about to get into a fight with him. And you know how like kids when they about to fight, everybody starts to like gather in the crowd and shit to watch it. But as soon as we was about to fight, just in time the teachers came or the principal came and like broke it up. So yeah, man, shit is crazy. I remember this girl. Her name is Elsie. She was fucking cute, son. But at the time, I was a shy ass nigga. She used to like me. She used to be in my class, my special ed class. I think she was like Arabic, like Arab or something else. But she was cute. She had braces. And god damn it, man, I wish I could just rewind back time and like I took that chance with her, bro. Fuck. I'm pretty sure she's older now with kids and shit. But you know, it is what it is, man. Karina, it was some girl named Karina. She was in my class. She used to be a badass female, son. And then one day I remember I walked into to get a Subway sandwich, and I seen her one day, and thank God, man, she totally changed. Like she's like more calm and more nicer now, because before she used to always be in trouble and shit. You know? And I think I tried to ask her out one time when she was like working. It's crazy how life is, man. And then it was another time where it was me and some kid named, I think his name was Dejon or Daquan or something. One of those. But we it was our lunchtime and shit. It was our lunchtime, and we was like walking, down the hall and shit. I think we was on the second or third floor. I can't remember. And it was this art teacher. I forgot his name too, because I remember him. I used to go to his class and shit to do art with my class. And yeah, basically me and this nigga Daquan, or I forgot his name, whatever. But me and him was walking, and I remember the art teacher. He had his art and drawings all over the floor, like in the hallway. And me and this nigga, we like stepped on it. We stepped on it. We was jumping on his artwork and shit. And I remember like the his door was open. He was doing something in his class. His door was open. And he seen us, and that nigga chased us like from like the top floor to the lunchroom. And yo, that nigga was a fast motherfucking runner, so that nigga caught us, man. Well, he caught me first, and then Daquan, I guess he was out like later on, but eventually we got in trouble. But you know how like when you running down like a hall, like a long ass hall, you can hear like people's like foot running. That's how fast he was running. But that nigga caught me. He caught me in the staircase because I was laughing too hard, and then he caught me and he brought me to the principal's office, and then I got in trouble. But yeah, man, I was a badass kid, bro. Wish I could take it back, man. But it is what it is, man. I wasn't even gonna make this video. I was mad lazy. Alright, fast forward from like PS197. So from there, I moved. Then I went to number two school. That's in Enwood, Long Island. It's like by the highway and shit, like a mini highway. Like I said, I was in special ed my whole life. So boom, I was a bad kid once again. Went to number two school, and this is where I went to number two school with my little sister. And my little sister friend, her name was Danica at the time, and she used to like me. Cause my sister used to always come home and tell me, "Oh, my friend Danica, she like you," and shit. At the time, I didn't like her friend. I don't know why, but she was like, she was kind of cute. She was cute. She was Spanish, you know. But cause I remember every time I had lunch, I had lunchtime. Sometimes my class would have lunchtime with my sister's class. You know what I'm saying? And then I would see my sister, and then see my sister's friend. And every time my sister's friend sees me, she start blushing like crazy. Like she start blushing and start like shaking and shit. She start blushing and shaking and putting her face inside of her shirt. Yeah, man. Oh, somebody coming. But yeah, man. Yeah, number two school. It was okay, different, like way different from PS 97. I forgot. Excuse me. I had this teacher. I forgot her name. I forgot all my fucking teachers' names. That shit is crazy. But number two school, I would always go outside for recess and do like activities and shit. Play handball with my classmates. Um, what else? Oh, I was on the basketball team too at number two school. That was my first time being on the basketball team and shit. Um, I never did my homework, like I said. I was always fooling around in the hallways. Um, and sometimes I would just never come to school. I'd be absent most of the times. I remember this nigga named Armando. He was, me and him used to be stupid and shit. Cause number two school, at the time, my teacher, she would, my teacher, we would all like sit on the carpet, and every time we sit on the carpet, basically me and this nigga Armando used to like bang our knee into the carpet and make noise, and we start laughing and shit on purpose. And then sometimes me and him would always get in trouble on some dumb shit. It's like, now that I'm thinking about that shit is stupid. But yeah, man, number two school, it was cool, relaxing school. I lived like maybe like 25 minutes or 20 minutes, like a walk from it. Alright, so boom. Fast forward. I went to Lawrence Middle School. Same thing. I'm a badass kid in Lawrence Middle School. Lawrence Middle School is like off of Broadway, I think. I can't remember. But I will always be in trouble. Like I said, it was this cute ass girl. Her name was Josephina, and she had like her sisters and shit. And me and this nigga Marcus used to always play booty tag with them in the hallways and shit, like during class, after school and shit. And I used to like Raquel's sister. I forgot her name and shit. Because Raquel, she had a twin sister and shit at the time. But I used to like Raquel's sister, and I used to like Josephina. Josephina, she was cute. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they all got kids already. Boom. Man, the good times, man. The only one thing I liked about school was like gym class, and probably music class and shit. Yeah, but Lawrence Middle School was cool. It was cool. I used to see my cousin, my cousins. I used to see my cousins going to middle school, and my sister, my second oldest sister. Yeah, I used to see her and her friends walking down the hallway, and I used to give them a hug and shit. As you know, as I'm like running into them, because sometimes I would like run into them as I'm like going to class or some shit. So I'll give them a hug. One of my sister's friends at the time, her name was Jessica, some white girl. She was type tall. I used to always have a crush on her. She was cute. But shout out to her. It's still raining. Yeah, man, I just never did my homework back in Lawrence Middle School and shit. And then it was some nigga named Randy, some tall ass nigga. He was like trying to bully me and shit. So me and this nigga always had beef ever since I think like I came to like number 2 school or some shit. But he was trying to bully me, but I wasn't going for it at the time and shit. You know? But I think I think I seen him a couple of times. He don't even recognize me though. But yeah, man, I'm just going all over this shit with the story. My fault. I'm a little tired. My fault, y'all. I just woke up like half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. But yeah, man, I used to always have health class in Lawrence Middle School. And I used to like this girl, some Asian girl named Sarah. I used to always fucking like her, son. Damn it. I used to always like that girl, man. Shit. And if I seen her today, I would ask her out. But, you know how dating is nowadays. It's not the same, so waste of time. But, in Lawrence Middle School, I think this is when I first started to have a teacher's aide with me, like walking around with me, because I told you I used to always be a badass kid and shit. So basically, like a teacher aide would like walk around me, walk with me, cause as a bodyguard, because I would always be in trouble, like fighting people, stealing shit, or either jumping people. I remember one time in Lawrence Middle School, I remember half of the school wants to beat me up and shit, cause I kept on like cracking and cutting ass on people as far as jokes and shit. And I was really an asshole to a lot of girls back in middle schools and, well, school in general. And I seen half of the girls I used to call ugly now. And now that they grew up, I'm like, damn, she look beautiful, man. And I'm so sorry that I called them ugly and was cracking on them and shit. Because I know now they look good, Some look good now, some don't. Man, if I keep on going on with this video, it's gonna be like a 2-hour video. In Lawrence Middle School, I used to always get detention slips. It's crazy. Like, I remember I got in trouble for saying this girl's butt stink. On the detention slip, and they literally wrote that on the detention slip to my mother, well, to my parents and shit. And I'll be laughing deep down inside, but I already knew once I get home, I'm gonna get that ass whooping. I'm gonna either get ass whooping, or they're gonna tell me, my parents gonna be like, yo, you better, wisen up, That's what my parents would always be telling me. Go to school, get an education. Go to school, get an education. Go to school, get an education. And they was right. throughout all these years, my teenage years, they were so right. Thank God I had my parents in my life. A lot of niggas and a lot of people never had their parents in their life. They always had like a single parent household. So kind of feel bad for the people that's was growing up with no father figure or no mother figure, or that was in a shelter or something. You know, my heart goes out to those people, but I always had my parents in my life. But yeah, man, I used to always be in detention, son. Like during lunchtime and shit. Yo, I remember this one time where I had to fight this nigga Danny because a situation happened where someone wrote Jewish bitch on the wall, like literally Jewish bitch on the wall in big letters, and the cops came. I remember the Nassau cops came, and it was a big ass investigation, and they wanted to take my handwriting and take Danny's handwriting, and at the time I was a really, really badass kid, man. And I'm so sorry to that teacher. I said that too. And she was a cool ass, Jewish teacher. She was small, petite, and she was cool, man. And I'm so sorry that was a badass kid to her, man. Man, if I seen it in flesh like today, I would go up to her and give her a big ass hug. Like all my teachers, I would give them a big fucking hug. Like, cause all my teachers, they was good ass teachers, man. My fucking dumb ass never wanted to listen, bro. I'm so hard headed, man. That's why I hate about myself at that time. And I wish I could take it back, man. I would give all my teachers a hug, man, to tell them that I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I wouldn't listen to them. But yeah, so after that situation with the Jewish bitch on the wall, I remember me and this nigga Danny, we went to the bathroom and we fought. It was a couple of niggas. Well, it was like a couple of guys in the bathroom with us, like watching the fight. Long story short, I fucked them up and we became cool again. And I was just a bad motherfucker, man. And that wasn't cool. Cause me and this nigga Danny, we used to always, same shit. Like I said, I used to always steal shit, cut class. Me and this nigga we would cut class and go home, or go get something to eat during our lunch break, like Chipotle or McDonald's at the time, No, sorry, that's Lawrence High School, my fault. Me and this nigga Danny, we just basically cut class and just roam the whole Lawrence middle school, like outside or some shit. But anyways, and then there was another time where I got in major trouble. Y'all know, like, the football fields in the school, like we play football at, and they got that long, tall silver pole. Well, basically, it was me and like 10 other guys. We got in trouble one day for like basically hanging on the pole or jumping on it and hanging on it. And long story short, we all did that. And the silver pole kind of bent. And I remember we all got in trouble and shit. I was in class one day, and I remember the teacher answered the phone, and then she said my name. Once I always get called to that office, I already know I'm in trouble. Or I'm going to see my counselor, I already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm in trouble or something. But most of the times I was always in trouble. I need some water. But yeah, man. So we all got in trouble that day. It was like 10 or 15 of us. And the assistant principal called us in, and she would like call each and everyone's parents to tell them what we did, and give us a detention slip and shit. You know, I remember having detention for like 2 weeks or a month. I'm like, damn, man. And at the time, I didn't know better. I did not know better. That I was fucking up my own education. All right, so boom. Fast forward, I'll go to Lawrence High School. Lawrence High School is basically in Lawrence. It was a cool, nice school and shit. Me, my sister, my second oldest sister went there, and then my youngest went there. But boom, it was this girl named Melanie, some black girl, and her cousin. This is at the time when I was younger. I used to always like Melanie, bro. I used to always like that girl, man. I had feelings for her all the time. Like, I asked her out, and she would never like me back. And it's crazy because, like, everybody in the school thought me and her went out. They was like, yo, you should ask her out, bro, because y'all always together. Y'all look cute together and shit. And I didn't know better, man. I will always bother her, man. I remember, I never forget that day. One time she was like in the hallway, in the alley, like crying by herself and shit. And I went up to her and I was like, yo, what happened? You know what I'm saying? She didn't tell me. She looked up, and basically I gave her a hug and shit. And we were so close to kissing, almost kissed her. And then I told her, like, have a good day. Like, I'll catch you later and shit when I catch you. Because I always had lunchtime with Melanie and her friends and shit. And I used to always crack on her friends, and everybody else. I was always a clown, a jokester. You can never take me seriously back in school. That's why a lot of people always wanted to fight me and shit. You know what I'm saying? But Lawrence High School, I will always chill with that crowd. You know that crowd where you always thought you wanted to be down with the other cliques, but low key they didn't really like you or fucked with you. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to basically impress the bigger crowd and thought they was my friends and shit. I remember I got left back in the 9th grade. I got left back I don't know, I can't remember what grade, but I got left back in shit in Lawrence High School. And I remember that day I was crying like a motherfucker, yo. I was crying like a motherfucker. And I did it to myself. Like I said, man, I never cared about going to school. I would always just go to school just to go to school. Like I said, I was in special ed in Lawrence High School. Again, I had beef with a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't like me. It was some Spanish nigga. I think, who was it? I think it was Josefina's brother or something. Not Joseph Solon. Was it Josefina? Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was a brother or some shit. And at that time, they wanted to fight me and shit. And supposedly, the people I knew back in Lawrence High School said they had my back. They was gonna have my back if anything popped off and shit. And everybody was talking about it. Yo, this nigga, about to fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? And that never took place. Thank God. Because people say they have your back, but they really don't. And I don't need help when I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? But Lawrence High School, it was cool, man. But I got kicked out of Lawrence High School. I'm not even going front. I'm not even going front. I used to always have a lot of food fights back in Lawrence High School. I used to have a lot of food fights. It was some girl named Catherine. I used to always like her, but she never liked me back. I'm like, fuck, bro. She was Latino. I remember bitches used to crack on me, saying I got a big nose and shit. Ew, you ugly, you ugly. All the bitches in the school used to always crack on me, son. But, it's okay, though. I mean, shit. I'll take the compliment, man. If I'm ugly, man, it's alright. Because as you get older, or when you're younger, you can't help how your looks are, or your genetics, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Lawrence High School. I remember, I was, like I said, I was always cutting class and shit. So, did I have a teacher's aide back then? I can't remember. I probably did. I don't remember. I'm gonna tell y'all some nasty shit. Boom. So look, y'all know how like sometimes when your teacher, like your actual teachers, sometimes don't pull up to the to work or don't come to school. It was just, and you have a substitute teacher, right? So boom, it was this cute ass substitute teacher. She was like a midget, and I remember, man, she was so fucking cute, and I was horny at the time and shit. I didn't know better. So it was like maybe 5, 6 of us and shit. So after she's done, with class and shit, I remember her. She was chewing gum and shit. And after she closed the door and shit, I act like I was like fake walking down the hallway until everybody left the classroom. Cause at the time, that's when school was over. Like school for Lawrence High School, it would end at like 2:50 to 3 o'clock. Or sometimes you go to after school if you wanted to, like any other school, if you want like extra help and shit. But I remember after she closed the door and shit, and she put her gum inside the garbage. I did some nasty shit. I went back in the classroom, picked up the gum she chewed on, and I chewed it and I swallowed it, and that shit tastes nasty as hell. But she was fucking cute. That's how much I wanted to have sex with her at the time and shit. So basically, I swallowed her gum that she chewed. You know what I'm saying? And I had like a funny taste in my mouth, like for the rest of the day, of that day going home and shit. But I didn't care though. All right, so and oh yeah, I was having a lot of fights in Lawrence High School. I was having a lot of fights. So boom, I got transferred to I got transferred from Lawrence High School to BOCES. They sent me to BOCES, like some special ass shit from like special needs, the kids that's really special, like that's in a wheelchair or have any other type of disabilities and shit. I went to Nassau BOCES out in Belmore and shit. So boom, fast forward, I go to Belmore. Now I'm taking the short bus. The short bus, they got like 3, 4 windows and shit. The bus would come and pick me up like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, shoot me out there, boom, to school. Now, my teacher at BOCES, he was cool, man. His name was Mr. Gilman and shit. He was cool. Mr. Gilman, he was a cool teacher. Now at this time, I was a new kid. Nassau BOCES, it's like on the outside, it's like a little garden, like, it was cool, man. It was cool. But I just didn't like it because, the students, I couldn't fit in with the students because I never had, even though I have a learning disability, I never had the type of issues the other kids had. You feel me? So they would try to put me in a class with like a lot of disability kids or a lot of crazy kids that's like cross-eyed and shit like that. But so boom, I had a teacher's aide at Nassau BOCES. His name was Mike. Me and this nigga Mike, we had a good bond. He was cool. He was a funny dude. He would always make sure I was okay because I always come to school with an attitude and shit. This is like when I was like 17, 18 and shit. And Mike was a cool ass teacher's aide, man. We had our ups and downs together, man. Whenever I had a situation, we would always talk about it, like in the hallway during class and shit. Damn, man. It's crazy. Then Mr. Gilman, we would always do like easy work, for the kids. It'd be like 6, 7, 8 of us and shit. Again, like I said, I was always a class clown, always cracking jokes, never taking anything seriously and shit. So, and then I would have speech or something. I would have counselors, some shit. I can't remember, y'all. It's been a long time. But I remember, I forgot this lady name, man, but some older woman. But excuse me if I'm stuttering. My fault, y'all. I'm like tongue tied. I'm talking. But anyways, I would go to counseling, at the time. And I remember, I would go see her. I forgot her name. And one time I remember she bent over and say in a doggy style position, she was like bending over to pick up a pencil or something. And me and her was so close to each other, and I remember I was behind her, and basically my dick touched her ass, and we stayed in that position for like a good 2 minutes. That shit got me rock hard at the time and shit, and I think she was doing that on purpose. Cause I remember every time me and her would talk, she would always gently massage my hands or massage me and shit. And sometimes she would put her butt in my face and shit. Yeah, man. Maybe she probably liked me at that time. I don't know. I remember getting up early in the morning to go get breakfast for the class. I would go and get with my teacher's aide, Mike, muffins, cereal, breakfast shit for the class to eat, to get your day started. I'm not always a breakfast person, but it depends on my mood, because like I said, I'm bipolar. One minute I feel good, the next minute I feel angry and shit. Nassau BOCES, that school was a different type of school. Oh, also we would go out into the community and do work shit, to prepare us for adult life after you leave that particular school. And I'm easily a person where you could get along with me, and because like I said, I'm a Cancer, so I easily open up to people. At that time, I remember going to the game room, my class, or sometimes my class will, go to another class, and sometimes we would watch movies on Fridays and shit, or have a party together. And yeah, man, there was some cute girls in that school too. I ain't gonna front. In Nassau BOCES, there was some cute girls and shit. Speaking of girls, it was this girl. She was her name is Sherry. To this day, I think she still goes to that school or some shit. I don't know, cause she's way older than me. I'm pretty sure she hitting her 40s or something. but she used to always like me, and I'll probably talk about her in my next video or some shit. Yeah, I'll probably talk about her in my next video, cause basically I had a threesome with her and her friend, and RIP to her friend. I'll probably put up a picture in my next video when I talk about them and shit. But she used to always like me and shit, and I remember I kissed her. I was a virgin back then, back in those days, going to school and shit. But shout out to Mike, man. He was a good nigga, man. And Mr. Gilman, they was good teachers, not going front. And I'm sorry to all my teachers that I didn't want to listen to you guys, and I was so fucking hard-headed. But alright, listen, I'm not gonna make this video too long. My next video, I'm gonna talk about my first threesome, so I'll keep y'all posted. I'm getting tired, so I'm about to shut this shit down. Alright, man. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm about to go back to sleep. So this video is on me growing up in schools. Hopefully y'all like this video. Lock in with me. I'm out.